Hey, my scrappy friends, welcome to my channel. I am doing this layout for Get It Scrapped. I am currently on their creative team, and once a month we post, uh, we share layouts and stuff. Actually, it depends. Some of the creative team does more than one layout a month, but a lot of us I only do once a month. And this month, my inspiration or my topic was to use a photo that I've taken and use that as inspiration for my layout and create a layout with space in regards to space. So what I am doing is using a layout or a photo that I'm actually going to scrap the photo that I was inspired by. I thought that would be kind of funny. And it's a nature layout or picture. It's a picture that I took in December. We've had a lot of frosty days where we wake up and there's ice instead of dew. Because all the water froze and it looks really fun and frosty. So I wanted to try to mimic that in some regards. And so I'm going to do tons of mixed media, and I am sorry that my head is in the way. I'm also going to take this time to apologize for the crappy voice. I'm starting to lose my voice, but I am still going to press on so that you guys can look at this. So one of the other things that I did, and I don't know why I lost the footage, but I lost the footage of, there was also a stencil that I did from Tim Holtz that had like bricks on it, and I just did that in some random places. Now, at this point, I do not care for this background. I will say this. Whenever you guys are doing mixed media, there's always a point in your layout when you are like, okay, am I gonna like this? Is this really what I like? How is this going to turn out from here? And that's okay. It is okay to have those moments. I think if you don't have those moments, just even a little bit, then you're not doing something right. No, I'm joking. There's no wrong way, but a lot of times when you're doing mixed media, sometimes it just doesn't make sense until you start adding more stuff to it. Because right now it's just this background and you just see bits and pieces of these layers that you created with media, but they're not connected. So as you start connecting them by adding media on or adding stuff on the top of the media, you start connecting these little bits and pieces that are kind of separated. Well, especially this one is really separated, but I wanted it to be separated because I wanted you to see the one side be like that log that I have in my photo, and the other side like the grass that has the ice crystals on it, and I really wanted that separation. So that's where I'm going with that. Now, right now, I cut down that wood grain with all the media on it. I cut it down a little bit because I knew that I wanted some kind of border. I want something to draw your eye in, so it's like a framed photo, right? It's kind of where my brain was thinking, but I wanted it to be different. So I took this background photo or the background paper, pattern paper, and I cut it in half. This kind of made it really weird. And at first I wasn't sure how I was going to attach it and everything. But as I started putting bits and pieces down towards the bottom, I really like how this looks. So it's a little bit bigger than 12 by 12 because the bottom sticks down a little bit, and it's not completely straight up at the top, but I didn't want it to be. I kind of want it to have that feel um of just, I don't know, I just wanted it to be different. So now I'm going to work on my layers. Also, one thing that you didn't really see me do And again, I don't know what happened. This just happens. I've been losing footage lately. I don't know if like I forgot to press like go. I don't know. It's been a weird, crazy month. I've created a lot of stuff, I think, is probably what it's been. But I took some cut file piece, like the inside, the negative pieces, um, that I had in my stash. I don't know about you, but I have a pile of cut file pieces that I've cut out through the past couple years, and they're in a drawer, and I don't always grab them, but I thought this would be a good time to grab them because I had some different patterns that were similar colors that are in my spread, and I really wanted to go with these greens and blues, and I wanted it to feel cool, and but the green of the grass, because it's still really green here in Washington State, because it doesn't usually get super super cold. So I wanted like all these different colors, but I also wanted just like a peek of some other colors, because like when you look through ice crystals, sometimes you get like these rainbow effects and prisms. And so as I put those circles on, there's the one pattern that has these circles, like almost like a grid circle. I don't know. It's really weird. I think it's Studio Calico paper, but I'm not positive. I think it's from the 7 collection, but I'm not. All I know is it was from a Click Kits kit a couple years ago. So now I have my layers around my photo, and I added another cut file on top of my photo that says Cuppa Joe, and that is from the cut shop. It's in just a plain cardstock that is just a neutral color. And I use staples to staple it on. I know that this may or may not make my photo last, but that's okay, right? So if you look at my photo, yes, took a picture of my coffee on the ground. Now, I've taken a lot of photos on this stump, and I will be really sad. I think this year we're going to probably pull it up a little bit and put a fire pit there, but I really love this stump. I love the marks in it. I love that you can see all the little rings from it, and like the bark isn't completely against it now because of the ice and coldness, and then it gets hot and it dries, and I really love this stump. I don't know why. It's just weird, right? I think we all have pieces in our yards that we just, for whatever reason, we just love it. But it was cold frosty, and I took pictures. I went out there and froze my butt off for a few minutes. But now I'm just looking through my pieces. What do I have in my stash that is going to help tell this story of just having fun, enjoying the little moments, right? Taking the time to enjoy those ice crystals that are just a little bit magical. I mean, it makes everything look all frosted, and yes, it's cold, and yes, it's a pain in the butt, but like if you take that moment to sit down and really just appreciate nature or appreciate the little things in life, really that's what this is about. And this is the kind of scrapbooking that I absolutely love. I love taking these little moments. I mean, yes, okay, so I staged my photo here, but like I love taking these little moments of things that I enjoy and just putting them on a layout. I mean, does the story need to be told? No, but these are stories that when your family looks through, they're going to go, "Oh yeah, mom loved coffee. Mom loved this. Mom loved that." And they're going to remember that, right? So that is why I tell my stories, and I make it a thing that I tell. I scrapbook things I love, not just scrapbooking things that my kids like. Yes, I want to scrapbook those things too. But I always make sure that I get me in here because I do this for me. I don't do it for them. I mean, I know that they're going to benefit from it, but I do it for me because it helps keep me sane. So some of the pieces that you just seen me do was I added some Maggie Holmes, those flowers that were in black and white. They were perfect. And I love how they just kind of peek out. And then I have those little that gold frame from the Carousel collection, and I cut it in half and put it on the side and the top. And I really love that. I used to do that a lot a couple of years ago, and I haven't done it often, but now that I did that, I think I want to do it again because it adds just this really fun place to just layer a couple of things, a couple embellishments, and you can really get this fun look. I also wanted to add as many of these teal leaves as I could because I have a ton of them from the Wild at Heart collection. And I may have added a couple from the new Bohemian Dreams. I don't know if those ones had the same or not. I may or may not have used them. But I'm just going to kind of pull these things up and put it down. Now, I did try to stitch some of those circles and stuff on, but I wasn't thinking ahead of time, and I used a lot of glue, like ATG glue, and that doesn't work so well in your sewing machine. So in the end, it didn't end up working out, and that's okay. I think I have like one stitch on it up at the top. But other than that, really, it didn't work. I wanted to use that bow. I've had that bow on my desk for a while now, and I still haven't used it. Oh well. So I just kind of mimicked some colors and some elements throughout to just get this really fun, pleasing layout. And I absolutely love it. It was super fun. Don't forget to go and check out the Get It Scrapped blog post because you'll see stuff, layouts of other people who used photos as inspiration, and you can get some ideas on how you can do this in your own. And Get It Scrapped is just a great community to get some inspiration, especially when you scrap a lot and you're not sure what to scrap. I will see you guys later, and I hope you have a great, happy new year. Bye.